comrades, welcome to the High-Low High with Jez. That's me. This is Flosstube number 3. Thank you for coming to join me in my crazy. I have a few FOs and no FFOs. I have quite a few new starts. Well, kind of. I mean, yeah, more than one, we'll say. And yeah, so let's just get into it. It's been a little while since I've chatted with you all, so I'm hoping that I can get back into this. You know, whatever. You haven't forgotten about me, maybe? I don't know, maybe you have. I don't know. Yes. Okay, if you want to find me online, I am Jez_high_low on Instagram. And that is where I primarily do my posting of things. I do not have Facebook or... yeah, so. If you're curious about my sweater, this is hand knit by moi. And I have a yarn show. I'm calling it the yarn show. Also on this channel, and I talk about this in my first episode, so if you're interested in learning about that, you can go watch that video also. And also, if you're wondering why 2 videos popped up with me wearing the same thing, it's because I recorded them one after the other, and it is not because I am a gross person who never changes her clothes, although that is actually also true. Especially now, in the time of COVID-19. You're lucky I showered, okay? Minimal makeup, all this, you know, whatever. Okay. Intros are out of the way. Thank yous are out of the way. Let's get going. FOs. I finished Sweet Sentiments by Scattered Seed Samplers. I love it. It needs pressing. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Look at it. Okay. This is stitched on 36 count Heartland Edinburgh linen. I love it. I see it finished in an oval frame. Where does one get one? Audrey, Stitchy Witch 42, you had an oval frame in your Parade of Whips. Where do you get those? Tell me. It would be the perfect size probably for this. Or, you know, anyone else who has a resource for oval frames. I'm sure I could just Google it, right? I'm a millennial. I know how to do that. So, but I'm lazy. Just tell me what to do. Just tell me what to do, okay? That was really fun to knit. That was really fun to stitch. I just recorded my my yarn show. So I've been talking about knitting for like half an hour. And now I've moved on to cross stitch, and my brain, it can't do it. Another FO is also a new start that I never got to show in progress because I started it after my last Flosstube and I finished it. This is Halloween Delivery by Plum Street. I do think Plum Street is my favorite designer. And I just love this so much. It's so cute. It's very goth, very Halloween, very all year round in my house. And I apologize if you can hear my kid screaming downstairs because he is fighting with his father about something. I don't know. Okay. I actually stitched this using the sewn method, which I don't tend to do. But for some reason, I really loved it for this project, which made me think maybe I'm into doing sewn method. And then I started like trying to do it on other projects, and I didn't dig it. I think it depends on the pattern, and I think it depends on the fabric, maybe. This fabric is a little stiff. I tried it on a fabric that was very, like a tight weave. It's kind of, this is more of an open weave, I think. I tried it on one with a very tight weave, and that was just infuriating. I could not. And so that one ended up back on the Q-snap. But yeah, so that's another FO. Very cute. FO number 3. I finished my little Shamrocks. I did show this in the last episode, but I did not have a whole lot done. So this is by Pineberry Lane. I used the called for, well, I did use the called for colors except for this white was supposed to be ecru, but I used that B26 whatever, that really bright white, because the ecru was exactly the color of my fabric, and I'm like, I am not going to mess around with that. So this pattern is 4 patterns of 4 like small pieces that are all shamrock themed, and I decided to put them all together, or 3 of the 4 that seemed to be similar in size to each other. I put them together, and I added a border. I feel like it's not focusing, but I don't know. Sometimes I say that and then it's fine. So I came up with this border. I think it's very cute. So I have a J and a K for Jessica Hilo. And then at the bottom I have a 2020. Can you even see that? It's like hard. Ugh. Well, anyway, 2020. So fun. Let's see, that was number 3. Number 4, I'm going to send you to Jez of the Past, because this is a finish. Actually, this is an FFO that it's something I stitched for a friend, and I had it completed the last time I recorded, but I hadn't given it to her, so I couldn't show it. Even though she's not a stitcher, she might not watch this, but I think she watches it because she loves me. She watches me, okay? Anyway, I will send you to Jessica of the Past. Is coming into town on Wednesday, the Wednesday after I am recording this, so and her birthday is in March, and I decided, since she was going to be in town close to her birthday, that I would stitch her something. Yay! So I wanted to find something that was kind of St. Patrick's Day themed, because we sometimes went to St. Patrick's Day parades together, and because her birthday is close to St. Patrick's Day. So I found a pattern by Pineberry Lane called Little Shamrocks, and unfortunately I got the download version, so I can't show you a picture of it, but it has like 3 or 4 different designs in the collection, and they're all like small little things. But I chose one that I thought was cute, and I stitched it for her. I changed a lot of the colors because I just wanted to get it done, because I decided to do this like 2 weeks before she arrives, so that's me. You can see here, there's some rickrack happening, because this is tacky. Like, my finish on this is tacky, okay? But I love it. Anyway, this is Wee Lassies within the Little Shamrocks collection of patterns. And I added this me plus you, because, you know, look, they're best friends. Come on. And I put rickrack I'm like, pot of gold, rickrack, gold rickrack in the back. But it's just on sticky board. And I hot glued it all together. So I think it's so cute. I love it. I don't want to give it away. But that's okay, because I started another one for myself. Anyway, there it is. I will return you to Jazz of the Future. Okay, and we're back. Thank you, Jessica, for sharing that with us today. Okay. Now, I'm hearing noises coming up the stairs. Our time might be up. My husband's watching the kids for us right now. Okay, no, we're good. New starts. I started Autumn Hill by Plum Street. Just a moment, just a moment. I should do this before starting. Okay, Autumn Hill, Plum Street, my favorite. I was in love with this immediately when I saw it. I have a little bit of an obsession with poppies. And this is very dreamy. This is very poppy-esque. I don't know. Poppies are associated with the gods Hypnos and Morpheus. Hypnos being the god of sleep, Morpheus being the god of dreams. And I like those guys. So I'm stitching this. And what I have in mind for this, for finishing, is actually to make a book cover for my dream journal. Do you guys keep a dream journal? You should. And I have a dedication page to Morpheus in my dream journal. So I think this will be a perfect cover for a dream journal. Now I'm using most of the called for threads. Let's move. I did change a few though. So here's my progress. Of course, it's been folded up in my bag. I changed the color of the stems because I felt like it blended in too much with the hill. It's actually this color of the pitchfork. It was supposed to be the stems, but I just didn't like it. So I changed it to Weeks Dye Works Juniper. And her dress was supposed to be Classic Colorworks Hickory Sticks. Is it Classic Colorworks? I don't know, Hickory Sticks. I changed it to Gentle Art Lavender Potpourri. And then the hair I changed to Toasted Barley from Gentle Art. And everything else is the same. But I love it. It's so much fun to work on. I changed the hair color because I thought this is kind of a grayed out version of my natural hair color. Because I'm kind of obsessed with the idea of going gray. Like, I want it so bad. So that's what I imagine myself to look like in my crone stage. I love it. So cute. Oh, I'm adding more bees. So, sorry, my phone got weird. I'm running out of battery, so hopefully we won't get cut off. I love bees, and this only had 2 bees on it. And I was like, 2? No, I don't think so. So I'm probably going to add 4 more bees. I added so that I could have 6 bees. I think 6 is plenty of bees. We'll see. Maybe 8. Maybe. Okay. So that's that. That was a new start. And I have another new start. And I am really terrified that I am going to run out of battery. Okay. I made this bag. I'll show it in a moment. I started Sarah Newman 1822 by Fox and Rabbit Designs. Where is it? There we go. I got this because I really love the poem on there. Dead be my heart to all below, to mortal joys and mortal cares, to sensual bliss that charms us so. Be dark mine eyes and deaf mine ears. All earthly joys are overweighed with mountains of vexatious care, and where's the sweet that is not laid bait to some destructive snare? Love it. Love it, love it. So, what I did not realize is there's a lot of over one stitching in this pattern. And I have never done it before. And I'm kind of wondering if I've made a horrible mistake. What is going on here? Oh. Okay. Don't mind me. Okay, here it is. Little corner done. And this area is all like 1 over 1. I didn't know when I started it. I didn't know. I feel it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be cute. I'm gonna love it. But this is definitely not a joke. Over 1 on 40 count. This is, what fabric is this? This is Oaken. Picture this plus Oaken. 40 count. Yeah. I did a little bit of that over 1 stitching. And I said, I'm putting this away for a little bit. Which is sad because I was really excited to start it. But my brain, it cannot right now. It cannot. Okay. What's next? I keep losing my page here. Okay, so those are all my new starts. Yay. Happiness. Next. Whips. I have been working on, oh, that's also in this bag. Oh, this is still on the hoop. Hold on a second. I'll show the bag. I made this. I love it. It's kind of dumb. I'm a horse girl that could never be a horse girl because, like, I grew up kind of poor and, like, we didn't have horses. Like, who has horses? Like, queens? Princesses? No. I had a trailer, so no horses. But I love them. I'm going to take this off the hoop before I show it. And I am going to talk a little bit about this hoop because it's a big deal. Okay. All Creatures Great and Small by Barbara Anna. I am not halfway done. I am almost halfway done. And this is on 40 count. I can't tell if this is in frame or not. So if it's not, I'm sorry. I'm using the DMC colors. I'm not sure what this is from, but Life of a Stitcher, floss all over the place. And this might actually end up being my Mania project. So I've done Mania a few times, And usually what I do is I start a new project every week. I don't want to do that this year because I am really just digging what I'm doing. I don't know. I don't want to change it. I don't want to like put rules on anything. I'm just kind of digging my life, in my stitchy life right now. So what I might do is kind of set a goal to knit a stitch on this every day, at least a stitch, which, I mean, if you sit down and do a stitch, you're going to do another stitch, right? I mean, who does one stitch? Nobody. Nobody does that. And if that is the case, and I work on it every day, I should get a lot done, right? Shoulda, woulda, coulda. We'll see. But let's talk about the hoop that I just took off of here. I splurged on a Hardwick Manor hoop. It's a German hoop. It has this little symbol on it. That's how you know you have one. It's really nice. And I saw a few people using hoops, and I am very much a Q-snap person, or I was. I don't know. I'm kind of, I like Q-snaps, but they're plastic. And I wanted wood, you know, and my experience with wooden hoops are those cheapies that you get at like Joann or Michael's, and they're terrible. Like, they're awful. They give your splinters, like you get splinters from them. What? This does not do that. And one of the first things I did was on this inner hoop, I made a bias tape with a cutesy fabric, and I wrapped it. You could do this with bias tape or twill tape. Twill tape is probably better, but I didn't have any, so I made bias tape. And the one drawback of that is that there are seams. So where there's a seam, you probably can't even tell. There's like a little bit of thickness there, which can affect things, but it doesn't bother me. I love it. I have actually taken everything off of the Q-snaps and just have been stitching on these, stitching on this. And I kind of want to get more, but then again, I kind of like that I just have one, you know, because then I'm taking things off. Nothing's gonna like sit and get lines and stuff. I love it. And just like, I don't know, maybe I like it because also I'm a bit of an animist, and I feel like things have life, and especially like natural materials have life. And I don't know, just like you connect with it. Like, I made it myself, I wrapped it myself. It has a warmth to it because I made it what it is in a way. So like things have intrinsic life, and then things have the life that you attach to it. Is that a little too weird? A little too weird for Flosstube? I don't know, maybe. But that's all to say, I really like this hoop, and I have been stitching everything on it. Pretty much. Next, I pulled out my Summer Quakers by Rosewood Manor. Looks like this. And here is my progress. Now this has been folded, so of course there's lines happening. How cute is that? I love it. This is stitched on, what's it called? I did have a sticker on there. Where'd it go? Well, I don't know. Anyway, it uses Valdani threads, which were in these little like balls. Like you sometimes will get pearl cotton in balls like that. But it was driving me crazy, so I put it on little floss drop things. So here's the colors. Lovely, lovely. It lives in this pencil case from Target that is hollow, because hollow is my favorite neutral. That's actually not true. Leopard is my favorite neutral, but hollow is my second favorite neutral. Progress. It's so fun. This one's really fun to stitch. I want to say this is a 28 count. It's definitely a larger count. Larger stitches happening there. Do I have anything else to show? I think that's probably about all that I've been working on lately. I'm trying to think. I don't think I touched any of the other projects that I showed last episode. So yeah, I hope you all are surviving as best you can, stitching as much as possible. And until next time, happy stitching.